Hello, and welcome back to our channel. We are jumping right back into the story of A God Among Men, with episode 6, Moving On. And wow, this chapter is all about transformation. We've got one character just methodically tearing down his old life to build something new, while another is about to risk it all to get back the life she once had. It's intense.
So, the story picks up with Cameron on the phone with his sister, Zoe, and he starts the call with this kind of understatement, right? He says, "So, quite the coincidence just occurred." Now, at first it sounds like he's just talking about money. You know, he went to book some tickets, saw his account was totally empty, and then boom, a notification pops up that she just sent him some cash. But let me tell you, the universe has a much, much bigger coincidence in store for them.
And of course, Zoe's just so relieved to hear he's finally getting out of Los Angeles. For Cameron, this is a huge realization. He's figured out that LA is just holding him back. It's a place of stagnation. The answers he needs, they're not there. He knows he has to get stronger, and the only way to do that is to make a clean break. So where's he headed? San Diego. It's this huge symbolic move, right? Leaving all that baggage behind for the hope of something new.
Okay, so here it is. This is that bigger coincidence I was talking about. Cameron says, "Hey, you should join me in San Diego." And Zoe just starts laughing. Why? Because she's already there. Can you believe it? So they make a plan. He'll be there by 9:30 the next night. But Zoe, she's sharp. She catches something in the way he's talking, a tiny little detail. He didn't say, "I need money for a ticket." He said, "tickets," plural. So, naturally, Zoe asks, "Who's coming with you?" And Cameron's answer? It's just 2 words. But for Zoe, these 2 words change everything. He just says, "My daughter." And then, silence. The line goes dead quiet, and the only thing Cameron hears is that unmistakable sound of a phone clattering onto the floor. I mean, the shock is just total. You can just imagine Zoe fumbling for her phone, probably can't even think straight. Her voice comes crackling back, just full of disbelief. What did you just say? Your daughter?" And Cameron, he kind of snorts at how dramatic she's being and just calmly confirms it. "Yes, my daughter, your niece." And that one little confirmation just opens the floodgates. Zoe is firing off questions like a machine gun. She's completely blindsided, right? I mean, how do you even process that? Wait, I'm an aunt? Since when? And Cameron's suggestion to just, wait until tomorrow, yeah, that doesn't go over well. Not at all. "Absolutely not," she tells him. "I want to see her now." And then, click, she hangs up. A second later, a video call request pops up on his screen, and when Cameron answers, Zoe is just speechless. For the first time in what feels like forever, her brother actually looks good. He looks put together. She starts tearing up. They have a little back and forth, like siblings do, and then Cameron walks over to the bed and tilts the camera down to show her his sleeping daughter, Emily. So after that long, emotional video call, Cameron is out like a light. But just as the sun is coming up, he's jolted awake by this terrible crying. It's Emily. She's absolutely sobbing. He gets her some water, calms her down a bit, and she manages to explain through her tears what's wrong. She had a really bad nightmare. And this, right here, this is a huge moment for Cameron. We really see him step up as a dad. Just comforting her isn't enough, right? The fear is too real for her. So he gets creative. He puts on this whole show, He starts physically fighting these imaginary big, stupid monsters. He's throwing punches, pretending to break their noses, poke their eyes out, the whole 9 yards. And when he declares victory, Emily's fear just vanishes. It's replaced with this look of complete and total amazement. Just like that, the fear is gone, and all it's left is this incredible curiosity. She has some milk, and Cameron's mind starts wandering. He's already thinking, I should get a calf so she can always have fresh milk. And that one thought just triggers a million questions from Emily. What's a calf? Where do cows come from? Where do babies come from? And what's amazing is that Cameron isn't annoyed at all. He's just completely fascinated by how her little mind works. This is a whole new world for him. And Cameron's commitment to this fresh start, it is absolute. He isn't just packing a bag and leaving. No, he is systematically dismantling his entire old life. It's like a checklist of finality. 9 a.m., the sports car is gone. Next, he pays off every single debt and closes all his credit accounts. Then he literally cuts up the cards. By the afternoon, he's checked out of the hotel. All that's left is the bus to San Diego. What we're seeing here is a complete 180 in how he sees the world.
every single choice he makes, big or small, now has to pass through one filter. Is this good for Emily? And it's not just about selling the car or moving. He's even thinking about the quality of their food, wanting to grow their own, so he knows it's the best for her. His entire focus has shifted to her, and it's total.
So while Cameron is on his way to San Diego, let's actually shift our focus to San Diego, because there's a whole other story playing out in the exact same city. And it's such a contrast, right? Cameron is moving towards this brand new future, while Emily's mother, Jessica, is desperately trying to piece her old life back together. She's back at her old company, Calendar Entertainment, and she is under a ton of pressure and facing a really, really tough situation.
Picture this. Jessica is just sitting in this generic reception area, and she's just eaten up with anxiety. Her big comeback has been announced, but since then, crickets, nothing. And she knows how this works. If she just sits and waits for the company to find her a role, it could take 6 months, maybe longer. The clock is ticking, and you can just feel the pressure building from the fans, from the industry, from everywhere.
And there's this one word that's just haunting her, has been. She hears it whispered in the hallways. It's this constant, ugly reminder that in her absence, the industry just moved on. And every time she hears it, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it makes her more determined than ever to prove them wrong. But on the other, it just chips away at her confidence, piece by piece. So her manager comes up with a solution, a way to speed things up. She suggests having dinner with this guy named Chad, whose dad happens to be on the board of directors. But Jessica isn't naive. She knows it's not that simple. In her world, the most important deals are never actually spoken out loud. Dinner with Chad isn't just a meal. It's an arrangement. He has the power to get her that movie role, but the terrifying question is, what's the catch? What will he want in return? And look, to really get why she's so desperate, you gotta remember her story. This woman was a rising star. She was killing it in both music and acting. But then, in her 5th year under contract, she met Cameron, she got pregnant, and she walked away from the spotlight. Now, all these years later, she's trying to come back, but the industry is a different beast. It's more competitive, and frankly, it's brutal to anyone it considers fated. But through all this craziness, she has one person who is absolutely 100% in her corner, her manager, Flora. And Flora is so much more than just a manager. Over the years, she's been an assistant, a babysitter, and most importantly, a loyal friend. She's the one constant in Jessica's life, this anchor in the middle of a storm, fiercely protective and someone who never, ever stopped believing in her. And that brings us right to the cliffhanger, the big question of this chapter. As Cameron and his daughter are literally on a bus, heading towards a brand new life in San Diego, Jessica is standing at a major crossroads in that exact same city. To get her career back, to shut down all those whispers, what is she willing to give up? What's the price for a second chance? And is it a price she's willing to pay?
If you like the story, please like and share it, and subscribe to the channel to watch future episodes. Thanks for watching.